Welcome, this is artist Ramya Sadasivam. So today I am going to test a few of the popular pencil brands like Apsara, Camlin that are available in India for shading, darkness, texture and other things just to check the quality of the pencils. And also I am going to reveal the pencils I use for my portrait practice and to create realistic portraits. If you find this video informative, please like this video which will motivate me to make more such videos. Shall we get into the video part? Camlin, Apsara, Artline and Staedtler. So Staedtler and Camlin are very famous in India, all over India. So let's compare these pencils with a few criteria. So value wise, there are a lot of values like B, 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B, 6B, 7B, 8B. Now Camlin has B to 10B. Apsara has B to 12B. Artline has B to 12B, Staedtler has B to 11B and D. I will show you the effect of both 11B and E. So just stay tuned with me. So these are the values that are available in all the different brands. Now let's move on to lead breakage. When it comes to a pencil, charcoal, lead pencil, whatever pencil be it, the stability of the lead, the strength of the lead, if it is broken or not, the whole of the lead pencil, you see from here to here, should be one lead pencil. It should not be broken pieces, shattered pieces inside the coating, the wooden coating. So that way, from my experience, Camlin has good lead pencil. See, throughout it is only one lead pencil. In most of the pencils, one or two, of course, there will be damaged pieces. But when it comes to Apsara, the percentage of breakage is very high. Okay, not good. That way. Now we'll move on to the next test, which is the 8B test. When it comes to professional artists, during practice, what they do is they use only one pencil, which is 8B, for throughout whatever drawing be it a portrait or anything. Particularly when it comes to a portrait, what they do is they will only stick to one pencil. Now let's see the depth of that pencil, 8B, right? Darkness of that pencil. So let's start with Camlin. See, it's still gray, it's not that good. We'll move to Apsara. We'll try Apsara. I'm not applying a lot of pressure, but with pencil, you'll have to apply some amount of pressure, strong pressure, significant pressure, right? So I'm just applying whatever pressure that is required for a pencil, lead pencil particularly. Definitely good, but we will also finish the rest and see, compare, right? Now this is Artline. I'd say better than Apsara. Artline is better than Apsara, darkness wise. Now we'll move on to Staedtler. Great. It's very dark. Easily darker than Artline. But see the difference is when I apply Artline, there's nothing left out. There's no dot left out. See, it covers whole of the selected area. There is no white dot left, which means the paper is completely covered. Whereas when it comes to Staedtler, it has a different kind of texture, the texture of a carbon pencil. See, I have to apply a lot of pressure, and even then there are few spots left, small tiny spots left, and it is not giving me full coverage, which is very disappointing. I mean, if it had given full coverage, I would have voted for Staedtler because it's extremely dark, darker than Artline and Apsara, and of course Camlin is a loser here. Now we will move on to the next quality test, which is shading smoothness. So when it comes to shading, how important is shading? Shading has to be as smooth as possible. Shading is very, very important. If you love realism in portrait or any other subject, shading is very, very important. The key is that strokes should not be visible at all. It should blend. One stroke with blend should with the other, and it should not be visible at all. Then it is good shading. Now let's try. And for a shading to be smooth, your pencil should have good lead amount showing, and should not be very sharp. See, I'm using 8B as it is it is a huge disappointment for me because it's not very dark. So and to be very frank, it is not very smooth while I shade it. Forget about how it looks, how the drawing looks, how the shading looks. The experience that I have while shading, it is not very smooth. I will move on to Sarah. You see, this shading is smooth and satisfying. Smooth and satisfying. You should buy and experience it yourself. Smooth and satisfying. Now we'll try art line. This is smooth, but not as smooth as Apsara. This is really better than art line. Now we'll try the Stella. See, the point is the pencil itself has the texture of a carbon pencil and not of a lead pencil. So I'm not pretty sure. I don't think I like this pencil because it has the texture of carbon, while I expected that quality a lead pencil should have. So it is good, as in darkness wise, but shading wise it is very not smooth, but with a lot of texture. And if you want to achieve realism, really this is not the pencil you should use. Now we will move on to the next test, which is the darkest pencil test. Darkest pencil. So when it comes to Camlin, the darkest value that they have is 10B. So we'll try and use 10B. It is not giving me desired result. Of course, this is a big disappointment. This again is a disappointment. This very big disappointment. So 10B. So this is the darkest they have. 10B. This is the darkest. There's good coverage. The selected area is getting completely covered without a lot of grains. Good coverage. Now we will try the other pencils too. Great. Great coverage, excellent depth. Nice depth. Now we'll try art line. This is 12B. I'm telling you, I have to apply a lot of pressure. This was very easy and effortless. Now for this, to achieve the depth, the darkness, I have to apply a lot of pressure. This is my frank opinion. And then there are two pencils, 11B and E. So this is 11B. This is E. So I'm using 11B. Funnily, 8B has much better darkness result. 8B is much darker than 11B, if you have noticed. And see the grains, there's no full coverage. There's no full coverage, it's not very impressive. Now we will also try the other pencil, E pencil that they have. It is more like a crayon. No full coverage. I'm not impressed. The texture is as much as I use a crayon. I'm looking for the quality of a lead pencil, so I'm not very impressed with this pencil. And very frankly, 8B is much better in darkness than 11B and E of the Staedtler pencil. Now, Apsara gave me full coverage. Coverage wise, this is also good, full coverage, but depth, this is the best. Depth wise, this is best. It's given me full coverage. You see, depth wise, it is not that good, not very satisfying. This is better. The next one is cost. Now each pencil ranges between 10 to 15 rupees each pencil, depending on the value that you're going to buy, right? Now this ranges between 8 to 10 rupees. This again same cost, 8 to 10 rupees. And this one somewhere between 60 rupees to 100 rupees or even more, depending on the value that you buy. Cost always varies according to the value, right? So I'll tell you that. Now we will sum it up. Values B to 10, B to 12, 12B, B to 11 and D, right? Now when it comes to lead breakage, as again Apsara is not that satisfactory, but rest of the pencils have good lead, one stretch lead inside the wooden cover wrap. Shading smoothness, Apsara is the best. Also outline is close, but shading is very very important when it comes to realism. The strokes should not be separate from one another, so that way Apsara is really good. Outline is second good. This is the best, this is second good. Oh, this is not very good, right? Let's not discuss about Camlin because it's a huge disappointment for me, because I'm trying to be as honest as possible. So you can choose your pencil. Darkest pencil is Apsara. It's really good. Outline is okay. Second good, Apsara is the best because it has given us full coverage. When it comes to a portrait, since I love to do portraits, this depth matters a lot, right? So Staedtler is not that good. I don't like Staedtler because there's no full coverage, and when there is no full coverage with the grains showing, the paper showing and all that, it's not going to give us good realism. Cost wise, these two are cheap. So if you love realism, these are the pencils Apsara and Outline. Particularly Apsara is something that you should try. The only disadvantage is the lead breakage. Also you can try Outline. These two are good to achieve realism. This is the best. This is my favorite pencil. This is what I use to achieve realism, realistic portraits. If you want to try Staedtler, you can, if it's within your budget, you can go for it. But this is what I use